Hello again. Today we are going to look at Lesson 3.5, Equations to Inequalities, but we're going to look at Part 3. Part 3 is where we get into the number lines that you'll be seeing over the next day or so. And anytime you do inequalities with variables, etc., you might be seeing some number lines. So let's look at Part 3. We're going to look at this first video. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds long, but they go into greater than, less than or equal to, and you'll see when you use an open circle and a closed circle on a number line graph. So here we go. I'm going to let Digits take it away here.
The graph of an inequality is part of a number line. Graph the inequality, x is greater than 5, on the number line. X is greater than 5, so all values greater than 5 are solutions of this inequality.
So they use an open circle because when there's not that little line underneath it, they're not saying x is greater than or equal to 5. So 5 is not included. So here it says an open circle means 5 is not a solution of the inequality. So in other words, 5 is not included. All right, so you would have an open circle there. I'm going to let them continue now.
Open circle means 5 is not a solution of the inequality. Shading to the right means x is greater than 5. So the values of x that lie in the shaded area are the solutions of the inequality. X is greater than 5.
Okay, so what they're telling you there is x is greater than 5, so everything greater than or more than 5 would be included. So what's more than 5? 6, 7, 8, and anything 5.5, 6.5. But then notice that this arrow goes, it means it goes forever. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, on and on and on and on and on. So everything greater than 5, not including 5, all right, so there's no little line underneath that meaning equal to, means that that is the solution as well. All right, so remember, open circle, when you don't have the line underneath it, that's an easy way to remember it. X is greater than 5, so everything greater than 5. Okay, so we're going to let them take it away again.
Graph the inequality. C is less than or equal to 7 on the number line. C is less than or equal to 7, so 7 and all values less than 7 are solutions of this inequality.
Okay, so here we have the closed circle because they're saying less than or equal to 7, meaning 7 is part of it. Okay, so you would fill in the circle. So think less than or equal to 7. So less than, would that be going to the right or to the left? So think about it, less than 7, is that to the right or left? So think about that before Digits shows you.
A closed circle means 7 is a solution of the inequality. Shading to the left means C is less than 7. So the values of C that lie in the shaded area, including 7, are the solutions of the inequality. C is less than or equal to 7.
Okay, so there we go. So hopefully you said going to the left, so less than or equal to 7. So there you go. C is less than or equal to 7. So filled in circle and then everything to the left of it. And then it would go forever, including all those negative numbers that we don't see on the number line. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Going to look at part 2. Part 2, just going to show you part of this video because I think it does get a little bit confusing. So let me show you just part of it, then I'm going to show you the next screen.
In this video, you will learn about the Graph Inequalities mode of the Number Line tool. You can use the Graph Inequalities mode to model inequalities on up to 3 number lines. You can click on the Show Number Line checkboxes at the left to use the top 2 number lines. To hide any of the number lines, click on its checkbox again. The zoom buttons control how much of the number line that you can see. Keep in mind that when you click a zoom button, all number lines are zoomed. To zoom in on the number lines, click on the Zoom In button. You can zoom in until the number line spans one whole unit. To zoom out, click on the Zoom Out button. You can zoom out until the number line spans from -32 to 32. To reset the number line zoom where you started, click the Reset Zoom button. The pan buttons control which part of the number line that you can see. Keep in mind that when you click a pan button, all number lines are panned. To pan along the number lines, you can click on the pan right and pan left arrows located on either side of the number lines. For more precise panning, you can drag the number line itself. As you drag a number line left or right, the number lines will pan in the same direction, jumping to the tick marks. Place an open or closed dot on a number line by dragging the point from the palette. You can move a dot anywhere along the displayed part of the number line by dragging it to where you want it to be. To move a dot to another number line, drag it off the first number line onto the desired number line. To remove a dot completely, drag it off of the number line. You can show the value that the dot represents by clicking on the dot and then its menu button. From there, you can show the dot's numerical value as a decimal, a fraction, or a mixed number. Then exit the menu. To shade a portion of the number line on one side of...
Okay, I'm just going to pause it right there because we don't really need to see beyond that for what they're going to show us in the rest of the lesson. So I'm going to go right to the next part, part 3. Part 3, they give us a situation and expecting us to graph it on one of these number lines. So it says graph the inequality that models this situation. The situation says the high temperature today was less than 30 degrees. So there's our keywords there, less than 30 degrees. So was it more than 30 degrees? No. Was it 30 degrees? No, it was less than 30 degrees. So how would we show that on a number line? I'm going to get a full screen here once it boots up. Okay, so you can see our clue there. So it's less than 30 degrees. So is that to the right? 31, 32? Of course not. That's to the left. Things less than 30. So then do I need a full circle? I'm sorry, a shaded in circle or an open circle? Remember, it said less than 30 degrees, not less than or equal to. So I would pull that there. So not including the 30, less than 30 degrees. So that's everything to the left. So here we go. Put my circle there, everything less than 30 degrees. And it would go forever and ever and ever. So everything less than 30 degrees, all right, is what would be included in there. So we just created an inequality for that. So that's kind of neat. So less than 30 degrees not included, but everything less than 30 degrees is included. Hopefully that made sense. All right, looking at part 4. All right. So which is the graph of the situation? X is greater than or equal to 16, greater than or equal to 16. So it has the line underneath it. So is that an open circle or a closed circle? Hopefully you said a closed circle. So that immediately eliminates this. So no way it's that. All right. But it could be that closed circle, that closed circle. So greater than or equal to 16. So if it's greater than 16, is that to the right or is that to the left? Greater than 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So greater than 16, moving this way. So Ms. Leary is saying the correct answer has to be answer choice 2. All right, graph 2 was correct. So hopefully that made sense. And here we go. Are the graphs of x less than 3 and x less than or equal to 3 the same? Explain. So think about that. Are those the same? Well, just looking at them, we can clearly see not the same because this just says less than 3. This says less than or equal to 3. So it's less than or equal to 3. Okay, and that's what they say here. No, the graph of x less than 3 has an open circle at 3. The graph of x is less than or equal to 3 has a closed circle at 3. All right, so they would not be the same. All right, so that's the end of part 3. Hopefully that hopefully that part of the lesson made sense to you. Any questions, let me know. Feel free to go through part 3 on your own and digits just as a review. So you can click on the digits lesson and go through that part. But I went through it for you already, so you can kind of go through it yourself and refer back to the video if you